Live updates. Trump suggests there's little he can do to stop Israeli attacks on Iran. Europe's diplomatic bid falls flat as Middle East conflict escalates into ninth day. June 21, 2025, Washington, D.C. By your name. President Donald Trump on Saturday downplayed U.S. leverage in halting Israel's intensifying military campaign against Iran, even as European powers scrambled to prevent the war from spiraling further out of control. Speaking from the White House South Lawn before departing for a campaign rally in Michigan, Trump said, "Israel is going to do what it needs to do. I can't tell them not to defend themselves." He went on to add that efforts by France, Germany, and the United Kingdom to broker a ceasefire in Geneva were well-meaning but doomed, dismissing the European diplomatic push as naïve. "Europe is not going to be able to help," Trump stated bluntly. "This is not something you negotiate over tea and cookies." New strikes as war enters ninth day. In the early hours of Saturday, Israeli warplanes carried out fresh strikes on suspected missile facilities near Shiraz and Isfahan in central Iran. Tehran responded with a barrage of drones and ballistic missiles targeting Israeli military installations in the Negev desert, while Israel claimed it intercepted most of the incoming projectiles. At least 4 Israeli soldiers were reported injured, according to the IDF. Iran's Revolutionary Guards also claimed responsibility for a drone swarm attack on an Israeli airbase near Dimona, alleging retaliation for Zionist aggression. Israel's Security Cabinet is scheduled to meet later today to discuss an expanded air campaign. Geneva talks collapse. European foreign ministers emerged from 2 days of talks in Geneva visibly frustrated. Despite round-the-clock diplomacy, no agreement was reached on a ceasefire or even a pause in hostilities. Iran's delegation accused the West of enabling Israeli impunity, while Israeli representatives refused to commit to any halt in operations as long as Iranian threats persist. A French official, speaking anonymously, said the mood was grim and deteriorating, and that Europe's leverage was all but exhausted. Growing regional fallout. The conflict, now stretching into its ninth day, has raised fears of a broader regional war. Iraq and Syria have seen skirmishes between U.S. forces and Iranian proxies. Oil markets remain jittery, with Brent crude surpassing $96 per barrel amid fears of a Strait of Hormuz blockade. In the U.S., political opinion remains sharply divided. Republicans have largely backed Trump's hands-off approach, portraying it as a necessary stand with Israel. Democrats, however, have accused the president of abandoning American diplomacy and ceding influence to hardliners on both sides. Senator Chris Murphy DCT criticized Trump's remarks. "What we're witnessing is a failure of American leadership. The president is shrugging while the Middle East burns. What's next?"